What's up, y'all? Machiavelli TV here. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Mike D'Antoni's tenure as head coach of the Houston Rockets may be over very, very soon. And I say that because his team's lack of attention to detail, especially on the defensive end of the basketball, is it's terrible. It's terrible. And this is the thing, too. Everybody's known that Mike D'Antoni has always been an offensive coach. He's not a guy that preach defense. He's been known for his offense or lack of defense so much that Skip Bayless refers to him. He used to refer to him as Mike Antoni. Take the D out because his team's not playing no defense. Yeah, man. Everybody's known since his days dating back to the Phoenix Suns days to now. His teams are exciting to watch. They're fun to watch. They're gonna fill up the stat sheet. They're gonna score a lot of buckets. They're going to score 120, 130 points. They're going to fire up threes left and right. They're going to have a high-scoring game for the fans to be thrilled about. But at the same time, they're not going to play much defense. They're just not. And it's been historically proven his teams do not play well on the defensive end. And when you got a superstar like James Harden, right? A tremendous superstar, especially offensively, one of the most offensively gifted superstars we've ever seen. People are going to say, you got to produce some type of championship with an elite scorer like that on your team. This is the thing. I don't think that combination of Mike D'Antoni and James Harden, that's not going to equal to a championship. I don't think it's going to mesh well. Why? Because I don't think D'Antoni holds James Harden accountable for his lack of defense many times. I don't think he holds the whole team accountable as much as he should be. I don't think he is as demonstrative, and I don't think they should be just yelling and screaming at grown men, but I don't think he emphasizes defense as much as it should be. And in this day and age, basketball, if you don't play no defense, you're not going to win. If you cannot play defense, you're not going to beat the Golden State Warriors. It's not going to happen. I was so shocked, and they lost the game when KD went out. They let that game go and took their foot off the gas and with just easy pace. And that's a reflection of the coach as well. Now, I know the players are out there doing the job, but the coach is the guy that tells them, look, man, we got to step on their neck. We got to crush their throat. We got to get them up out of here. They leading guy. They top dog is out. And y'all lose that game. That's completely unacceptable. And, I think it has a lot to do with Mike D'Antoni's coaching style, man. Again, fun to watch, fun for the fans to absorb, the NBA fans, Houston Rockets fans, but even the Houston Rockets fans, I think sooner or later they're going to get fed up of just making these second round appearances, conference finals, and not going to the NBA finals and not getting the job done, especially when they keep losing. They keep on losing to the Golden State Warriors. They're going to get tired and they're going to say, man, something got to give. Something got to change, man. And this is one thing I saw, man. I saw the Houston Rockets owner. I just learned his name yesterday. Named Tillman Fertitta, right? And that Fertitta last name, he sounds like he related to the Fertitta family that does the UFC. That was doing the UFC and all that. Y'all let me know if I'm accurate in that in that assumption. Y'all let me know if I'm accurate, if they're related in any way. But one thing he said was that, he was bigging up James and how he knows he can win a championship with a superstar like James. He referenced Chris Paul, but really, the guy he's really strongly on stand is James Harden. I don't remember him saying much about Mike D'Antoni. He was heated. He seemed livid. He was saying it's unacceptable. And the way he said it's unacceptable, I was like, man, he sounded like he getting the whole team up out of here except James. But he had to clean it. He cleaned it up at the end to try to say, we're going to work and we're going to get better and everything like that. He cleaned it up. But I'm like, look, he sound pissed. He is not a happy owner right now. And he want answers. Let me tell y'all this, though. The moving that Chris Paul contract, that's a tall task. A tall task. And I don't know who's going to want to take that huge contract on. Especially we see now that Chris Paul is in his declining years. He's declining slowly but surely. And we've been seeing it over the season and in this series. Although he finished the series out on a high note. But nonetheless, Chris Paul he's showing wear and tear. So I don't know who's going to take on that contract if you want to move him. I'm not sure. But I know the one thing, though, man. I don't think that James Harden and Mike D'Antoni can coexist for much longer. People want results. It's like even in college sports. You can't keep losing to the rival every single year and expect to have the alumni support. They gonna want you gone. They gonna say, look, we gotta find a new guy that can get it done. We gotta move on from you, my brother, but you ain't making it happen. And Mike D'Antoni's always reminded me of Don Nelson. Chris Broussard brought this up earlier this morning, and I always said this. You can ask my homies. He was just like Don Nelson. He's going to win a lot of games. He's going to keep things interesting. He's going to have a fun team that's great to watch, like Don Nelson had their We Believe team in Golden State when they beat number one seeded Dallas Mavericks. They eliminated them when nobody thought that they could do it, when they were the 8th seed and they eliminated the 1 seed. And those early Dallas Mavericks teams that he had with Dirk and Steve Nash and Michael Finley, those guys, those were teams that could score the ball a lot, but they could not defend. And all you're going to do is rack up wins, but you're not going to have any type of championship runs at all. And I promise y'all, man, I don't mean no ill will on Mike D'Antoni, but I just don't see it happening with him, man. They're going to have to bring in a more strong, dominant voice that can get through to James Harden and preach James Harden and the whole team to preach, hey, we got to clamp down on guys, man. We really got to clamp down on defense. And then this too. James with that dribble the air out the ball and just take ill-advised shots and step back threes and all of that. That's not fluid offense, man. They're going to have to come up with a better game plan than that. Because it's going to be the same results over and over again with the combination of Mike D'Antoni and that dribble the air out the basketball type of style and then kick it out. Now, Kobe Bryant even warned the Houston Rockets that style won't get them too far in the playoffs. And it didn't. It didn't, man. They got to change their game plan, man. As great as James has been, he's been prolific. One of the most prolific scorers I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I always say this. He is fun to watch. He gonna light it up and all. He gonna kick crazy shots. But he don't, when it counts, if he's not coming up big when it counts, people are gonna get tired of seeing that and say, okay, you just a regular season type of guy. And I can't even call him Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning has at least won 2 championships. Now, Peyton Manning had a long career and he went over his humps and hurdles, so I'm going to give James Harden his time. But maybe they need to have a coaching change or bring somebody else in there to preach defense and preach fluid ball movement. You got other guys on the team, like Clint Capella can't score unless you throw him a lob. Like, looking like Tyson Chandler out there. Like, no post-up game whatsoever. He can defend, he can block shots, he can rim protect, he can get rebounds, but they gotta be able to rely on him to score and alleviate James Harden from their load as well, from their scoring load, man. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens going forward with this Houston Rockets team. But Tillman Fertitta looked pissed. And he looked like he ready to move everybody except James Harden at all costs. If he finds somebody that can take on Chris Paul contract, Chris is out of there too. So I don't know what's going to happen from there, but that's my opinion, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Peace.